MajorSlackAttack.
Boya, my name is Major Slack. Thanks for joining me again, and I'm gonna make a quick 1 minute intro. Okay, 1 minute intro. This is Gale Gamebreaker. Okay, Gale Gamebreaker is gonna take over the level 1 crash test dummy duties from Bjorn Brassballs. Okay, prior to this was Bjorn Brassballs. Now it's Gale Gamebreaker. Okay, level 1 high elf. We have no skills developed whatsoever. I blasted through Helgen Keep and did not develop any skills whatsoever. Okay, level 1 0 start. All right, and on top of that, I took away all her stuff. Okay, she has nothing, absolutely nothing. Check it out. I only gave her 10 lockpicks. That's it. That's all she's going with. Okay, so it's going to be a Bikini Banzai run. Okay, Banzai Bikini run. And Gale's mission, should you decide to accept, is to level up smithing to 60 in 1 hour. All right, and we're playing a legendary difficulty. Just going to show you that right here. Gameplay legendary. So that's it. The clock is ticking, Gale. Let's get busy. Okay, here we go. The clock is ticking. Get going, Gale. Smithing up to 60. Banzai Bikini run. Why am I doing this? Because I watched a bunch of power level smithing videos the other day, and because a lot of people have asked me to do a power level smithing video. I've done power level enchanting, power level speech, and people are going, can you do a power level smithing video? And I watched some other videos, about half a dozen, and with all due respect, I was appalled. They all used cheats and exploits and whatnot, or started with a bazillion resources, and I was going, no, that's not what I had in mind. So that's why I'm doing this. I just want to do something a little different here. So speedrun. This is basically everything I know about power leveling smithing without using the ethereal crown. Okay, this is like I said, you can do this from level 1. Okay, and I will be doing a little bit of potion making, a little bit, to finance this operation, but it's not like I'm going to be spending hours collecting ingredients. I don't have hours. I have 1 hour. Okay, so first stop, Embershard mine. My only weapon right now is the flames attack. Okay, I have no armor. I'm going to be doing this entire run with no armor, and I don't have any weapons because I stripped her of all the weapons, so the only weapon I have is flames. I do have the highborn skill, or the highborn power, racial power, but I don't want to use it right now because I want to save it for later. So I ran out of magicka. High elves also start out with an extra 50 magicka. So for the first while, I'm going to be using just flames. Into Embershard mine. Embershard mine has 8 iron ore veins. Mine them all and you get actually 10 iron ore veins. So mine them all and get 30 iron ore. And I want to drag these guys into the rock trap. There we go, the rock trap falls, and when they stumble through the rock trap, they take a lot of damage. That guy managed to make it through, so I'm going to drag him through the rock trap again, and down he goes. Grab a torch. This is very important to light up dark passages so I can see what's going on. There we go. Grab these guys' gear. This is entirely to sell. This is entirely to generate a cash flow. As you notice, I didn't even put any of the gear on. Just going with my flame spell. Grab a pickaxe. Not going to be doing any mine now. Kill now, mine later. Okay, a couple more guys going to be released here. Try to cook them up as they pass by here. And they usually come around. Now I'm going to jump over here. Try to drag these guys into the rock trap as well. Because even though the trap is like pretty much dead, when they stumble through it, they take damage. As do you if you go through it too quickly. You know how it is. You kick a bone and you take damage. Yeah. So they're down. Just waiting to recharge my stamina and magicka and whatnot. This is about 3 days work. Here's something a kind of technique I've developed with just using flames. Flame them up, run by them, go on the other side, cook them up again, run by them, and keep making them miss. Especially when they do power attacks, it works really well. Yeah, this is about 3 days work. By the way, This is dubbed commentary, obviously. Yeah, pre-recorded. Speedrun Slack is down there doing his thing, and I'm dubbing in the commentary over afterwards. How you doing down there, Speedrun Slack?
Can't talk. Speedrunning. Don't try to talk to me. You're breaking my focus.
Okay.
Trying to speedrun here.
By the way, speaking of quiet, if you want to see a no commentary version of the speedrun, go on over to my other channel, my experimental channel, Slack Lab. Hang on. I wanted to get a stagger here. The game just refused to give me a stagger with this iron warhammer. So I couldn't use this new technique, which I'm going to call Spell Hammer. I'll show you later. It worked later on. So I had to kick in my highborn. This is kind of like an emergency. So I took some hits. And there's Mr. Fumblefingers. Always has to make an appearance. Healing and throwing flames at the same time. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so now I have to go for my contingency plan because this guy has got like a two-handed weapon. It could do a lot of damage. So I'm going to run into the storeroom here, funnel him through the door, which will make him a lot easier to manage, or her to manage. Run back out, do the same thing. This makes her a lot easier to manage because, like, you know, you create a choke point. You can see exactly where they're coming. Okay, so she's down. Like I said, if you want to see a no commentary version of this run, go on over to my other channel, Slack Lab, okay? I'll upload a no commentary version of this exact same run over there. I'll put a link to that in the video description. Check this out. This is what I meant to do. Get a stagger, flip over the flames, and cook them up. This is a great technique. I might create a whole build around this technique and call it Spell Hammer. Because that's one thing about two-handed... two-handed warrior, like you depend a lot on the stagger effect when you're doing like power attacks with two-handed weapons. Except for one thing, when you stagger them, they always get staggered back out of reach, which is understandable, okay? Because otherwise you could just spam, power attacks with your two-handed weapon, and it wouldn't be a challenge. So I can understand why the developers did that, but it's a little annoying when you're playing as a two-handed warrior. I've done a lot of playing as a two-handed warrior, and yeah. So you have to really manage your, your combat when you're playing as a two-handed warrior. I'm just gonna grab this smithing book now. I'll wait for later. I don't have time to come back for it. So, to alleviate that, I thought, hey, you know what? Take a two-handed weapon, do a power attack, staggers him, but he staggers back out of reach. Then flip over to like a destruction spell, like flames, and cook him up, because he's out of reach, So hey, why not, So that's it. Embershard mine clear of all enemies, under 7 minutes. No armor, Banzai Bikini run. And now let's get mining. There's 10 iron ore veins altogether, 8 inside the mine and 2 just outside the door. So that'll make a total of 30 iron ore. I tried doing this run without mining the ore here, and I didn't really save that much time because I ended up having to buy the iron ore. I was going, you know what, it's a lot faster to just buy 30 iron ore, right? This is a speed run, right? But because I'm starting with nothing, that affected my whole cash flow, like the whole economics of everything. So I finally decided that this is the best to actually mine this ore, because this is actually valuable. Later on, I'm going to be buying some smithing training as well, once I've got the cash. But I have to say right now, I've run tests, and I've now concluded that it is a complete waste to buy smithing training, because you can take the same money that you're spending on smithing training and buy raw materials and smith, just like, produce stuff by smithing, and you'll level up for half the price. I've done extensive testing, and it's like pretty much all the way up to level 50, I think, half the price. So unless you're really in a hurry, or you've got a lot of money to throw away, don't buy smithing skill training. It's better to just buy the raw materials. Take a little longer. Especially acquiring the raw materials, even when you're buying them. Because the vendors don't always have, you know, everything that you need right there. You may have to like wait 48 hours a couple times to get everything you need. Now, I have to tell you right now. I said 1 hour. I came pretty damn close to 1 hour, okay? Pretty damn close. So if you're a real stickler, and you're going to get to the end of the video and find out that I went over an hour by a minute or two, and then freak out and say, this is blatant false advertising, Slack, you said you're going to do it in an hour. Okay, okay. I'm telling you right now. But pretty damn close, okay? 1 minute, 2 minute, come on. It's still pretty good, you know? Leveling up smithing to 60. 1 hour, starting with nothing, 0 start, legendary difficulty. This shit ain't easy, let me tell you. It ain't easy. Okay, so that's it. Embershard mining complete. 2 more iron ore veins off to the left here. I'm sneaking over because there's a pack of wolves there and I don't want to deal with them. I can't deal with them. If they come at me, I'm screwed. Because you can see she's got no armor. And all I've got is a flame spell and some crappy iron weapons. And on legendary difficulty, yeah, you know, it's just, you saw them pass by there, eh? You saw them pass by there in the background. Overloaded. So I'm gonna have to dump off a few things as soon as I finish mining this ore vein here. Hey Slack, did you know that you can manually mine ore veins and you'll save a lot of time? Here we go again. Here we go again. Okay, I ran tests on that. We've been having this discussion for years, okay? I actually ran tests on that. First of all, the mining animation takes 15 seconds total. Time it. Takes 15 seconds. Here it was like the game didn't have the sneak, like flatline sneak indicator, and it, you know, it's a bit of a glitch. Yeah, test it. Time it. It's 15 seconds for the entire mining animation. It's not that long, okay? And when you mine manually, it takes 8 seconds. So how much time are you saving? Yeah, 7 seconds. You're saving 7 seconds. So it's like everyone comes on, you can save a lot of time. No, you save 7 seconds. Okay, it's not a lot of time. On top of which, you could potentially glitch out that iron ore vein so that it never respawns ore ever again. You know how iron or ore veins are supposed to respawn after 30 days? When you mine manually, that's what could potentially happen. It's a documented glitch. So yeah, I don't recommend that at all. Okay, so made it into Riverwood, and my goals here are just 2 goals. Make 1800 gold and make Faendal my follower. So as you can see, I'm having a fire sale. I'm selling absolutely everything. Everything must go. I'm selling everything that I collected in the Embershard mine.
Well, one of us has to do something.
So let's just run through the whole routine with Camilla and Faendal and whatnot. I definitely need him
Could you talk to Faendal as well?
for his pack mule abilities.
Thank you for standing up for him.
I collected about 8 or 10 blue mountain flower and about 4 or 5 purple mountain flower, which is important. Okay, I'm just collecting a few key ingredients. You saw me do that in the beginning there. It just took me a few seconds. Now I'm looking for Faendal. He's off in the bush somewhere. He does this sometimes. He'll be like coming in from a hunt. You see his like the quest markers like out there somewhere. So I'm just gonna wait an hour and make him get back to his normal routine, back to the wood chopping block there by the sawmill. There he is. And make him my follower.
Lead the way. Still here. What do you want me to carry?
Grab all his stuff, especially the key to his house, so we can go to his house and get those 2 saber cat pelts. Very important. Very important source of leather. And then it's off to talk to Girder.
New to Riverwood? Of course.
Grab all her supplies.
What's this all about? What are you two doing here?
I have no intention of like, you know, doing any part of the main quest line here. I just want to get her stuff.
I saw earlier. I don't know.
and get the key to her house.
Jarl needs to. We need to get word to the Balgruuf in White.
There we go. They got the key to both houses, Faendale's and Girder's. Let's go up and loot them. Girder has 1 saber cat pelt, and Faendale has 2, plus other, you know, food and whatnot. I'm just gonna do a really quick loot. I need this chicken egg, and a couple more inside. Okay, just grabbing the frost miriam and the garlic. Don't need the Elzir. All these chicken eggs and that garlic. See if there's any money in here. There is. Grab it. I'm just grabbing all this food here because it's an easy grab, and it sells for like not, you know, it has good value to weight ratio. There we go. Grab the saber cat pelt, the money bag. Check this chest. Grab everything. And we're out of here. Let's go to Faendale's. Faendale's to the left. There's always 2 saber cat pelts here. Very important. Good source of leather. Each saber cat pelt tans into 4 leather. I'm going to grab all these iron weapons here too. Each saber cat pelt tans into 4 leather, and each leather tans into 4 leather strips. So essentially each saber cat pelt is worth 16 leather strips, if you think about it. So that's a very valuable acquisition. So that's like 32 leather strips right there, just in Faendale's place, which is enough leather strips to turn all the iron ore that you just collected in the Embershard mine into iron daggers. So that's that taken care of. Now, the bartender in the Sleeping Giant Inn always has wheat for sale, either 3 or 4. And I just collected some frost miriam, and I collected some purple mountain flower, and I can mix those with the wheat, frost miriam, purple mountain flower, and wheat to make a power potion. Potions I make just to make money. This is going to help me finance this whole operation. There we go. Frost miriam, purple mountain flower, and wheat. We can only make a couple of them. This is very important though, because we're really penny pitching here. And I'm going to rush off and sell these to Lucan right away. A little more potion making on later on. Really helps. Okay, so first is to Alvor to sell him all that iron crap that I picked up in Faendale's place. Even the arrows, don't need them.
Good day.
I could have asked, I forgot to do that. I could have went through that dialogue with Alvor to get a couple of extra iron ore ingots. The one where you ask him if he needs help around the smithing. There we go, those are the potions I made. Anyways, doesn't matter. So make a little chump change selling all that food there. Every little bit counts. And that is it. Riverwood is done. We are Oscar Mike out of here. Leveled up. Let's plunk a point into haggling in the speech skill tree. Get haggling 1. 10% better prices. Okay. Next stop, Markarth. We got to get there as quickly as possible. So just gonna run over the mountain. Straight up to Whiterun Stables. The only thing I want to do is kill that wolf on the way and collect 2 more Tapanella. That's it. Oh, there's a wolf at the top of the hill here. It's cool. 3rd person. I rarely do that combat in 3rd person. Okay. 1 more Tapanella. 2 more Tapanella. That's it. Straight off to Whiterun Stables. And hire the carriage to take us to Markarth. Looks like she's got a bloody gash on her left shoulder there, eh? At Whiterun Stables, I want to quickly check the barrels to see if I can get lucky and get some salt pile. And I think I totally struck out. That's really unusual because usually you can get at least 2 or 3 salt pile by checking all the barrels at so lots bit of time doing that. Cabbage. Red apples. Nothing. Sacks of flour. More apples. Carrots. So struck out, totally struck out. That's rare. That's really rare. Don't forget the blue mountain flower there, Slack.
I can take you to any... Where do you want to go?
Markarth.
Climb and back and we'll be off.
Don't forget the blue mountain flower. Blue attaboy. And off to Markarth we go.
Some say it was built by the dwarves. I don't...
Here, I want to quickly grab Banning. Even though it's after hours, he's on his way in.
I personally trained
And get this delivery favor quest. That's a quick 250 gold there.
Take it to Voada.
To deliver some spiced beef to Voada up in Understone Keep. Now I just want to wait till business hours because it's a lot easier to handle the murder scene in Markarth.
Until next time.
And then quickly gather 7 hanging moss around here. 2, 3. This is really worth it. 4, 5. This is worth the 30 seconds or so it takes to do this. 6. And the juniper berries as well. And there's number 7. And then there's 4 juniper berries to collect here. And a rock warbler egg right there. I think this is maybe, I don't know, maybe a total of a minute of foraging. And this is going to make you, pardon me, I don't know, anywhere from about a couple $1,000, I think. Just like that. Just the ingredients I collected there. Okay, so you know all about this. Wayland is attempting to murder Margaret. You stop him from doing so, and Margaret rewards you with a silver emerald necklace, which sells for about 300 gold. So it's well worth doing that. And all you have to do is just hit him and then run away, and the guards will take care of him. You don't have to kill him yourself. In case you didn't know this. You got 1 chance to do this though, every time, the first time you come to Markarth. Okay, so grab his stuff, find Margaret, she's a woman in the blue dress. There she is.
By the god. Thank you.
And she rewards you with a silver emerald necklace.
Bring this to my sister, but I think you should have it.
And then there's always this routine with Eltrees, which kicks off the Forsworn Conspiracy quest. Now we have to leave Markarth to get Kira to spawn at her market stall, otherwise she won't. Because she's apparently too shocked by the
Are you looking for
attempted murder.
Here. I have a delivery.
So talk to her,
Thank you.
ask her about
She
the
could be a
ancient
bit
whatchamacallit thing there, and she'll give you a delivery quest to take up to Calcimo. And we're going to see him anyways. So we might as well do this. Another quick 250 gold. Give the beggar a coin to get slightly better prices when we're selling everything.
Get lost. Bring more gold.
And now let's go sell everything we got that we picked up from Wayland and the silver emerald necklace to Ironleaf. Get some more cash.
Back to work.
Keep jacking up that cash flow.
Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
I'm aiming to get at 3,000 gold. So I will be, like I said, buying some smithing skill training.
You there, if you're here to trade, step up to the counter.
This is not about buying smithing skill training though, in case you're wondering. Dwarven smithing dwarven bows. That's going to be doing most of the heavy lifting in this run. You'll see later.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your
There's no shipment.
Okay, so getting the well-rested bonus to stack on top of the warrior stone bonus that we got way back at the beginning. I forgot to mention that. So between those two, smithing is going to be leveling 30% faster. Okay, let's go over to Omluag. He should be here at the smelter. Talk to him. And we'll get this little favorite quest to get the orc to stop bothering him.
Can't talk.
He's a damn tyrant. They pay us next to nothing. We get beat. You're gonna try to talk sense into that orc? I'll believe it when I see it.
Make sure you gave the beggar a coin because otherwise your speech won't be high enough to pull this off.
What?
Okay, go for those options there and then go for persuade.
You sound like a damn legion officer.
Persuade him to leave Amlawag alone. Go back to Amlawag and he gives you a week's wages. 250 gold at this level.
Someone sticking up for us? Here, it's a week's wages for me.
Could go as high as 400 gold if you're, I think, above level 10. Okay, so let's finally smelt all those iron ingots that we got from Embershard Mine.
Busy with the smelter.
Next, let's go to the Hag's Cure. Another favorite quest. Inside the Hag's Cure, talk to Pathella and ask her about the unique name. The Hag's Cure, that's a unique name. She'll give you a favorite quest to deliver some a Stallion's Potion, aka a little bit of Skyrim Viagra, up to Rarick, the Steward in Understone Keep. That's another quick 250 gold. Altogether, there's 1,000 gold to be had in Markarth for just doing favorite quests. And if you add on top of that the silver emerald necklace, that's like 1,300 gold you can make quick and easy just by coming to Markarth and doing all this. So this is yeah, this is definitely something that I want to do. It's worth it. Quick way to make 1,300 gold.
You should talk to Ant.
There we go. So deliver the Stallion's Potion to Rarick. Deliver the spiced beef to Voada. And we are done. One final delivery off to Calcimo to deliver the ring from Kira. And that's another 250 gold. Then we're going to ask Calcimo about the excavation site, the Nchuand-Zel excavation site. And he'll give us the task to kill Nimi, the giant spider.
What are you doing here? The excavation site.
First, say I was looking for you. Actually, I have a delivery from Kira, and he gives you 250 gold. Then ask him about the excavation site. Agree to kill the spider, and you'll get a key to the excavation site. Now, we're not going to kill Nimi because it just takes too much time. But if you do kill Nimi, you get even more Dwemer metal. This is why we came here. All these pieces here. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 Dwemer metal pieces, okay? Just pick up the ones that have an adjective like large, solid, etc. Anything that starts with Dwemer cannot be smelted into Dwarven metal ingots, okay? That's the whole point of picking up this. Picking up all these to smelt them into Dwarven metal ingots. And then we're going to crank out a whole bunch of Dwarven bows. And this is going to, like I said, this is going to do the heavy lifting in power leveling smithing. You can really power level smithing very quickly by making Dwarven bows. Now, there's a bunch of frostbite spiders down there, 3 to be exact, 2 little ones and a big one. And I want to make sure Faendal gets in the war here, so I've ordered him to go down that little tunnel there, right where that little frostbite spider is. Okay, so he zapped him. He's in the war now, that's great. In the meantime, I'm going to jump down on top of this little pillar here where there's one more Dwemer piece. And a blacksmith potion, which I'm not going to use. Now, I was hoping that the other spiders would hang back and then I could use the Fury spell on the big one, and the big one would kill the little one, but things didn't work out so neatly this time. That's kind of a crapshoot whether that happens or not. So now I gotta fight him. And getting Faendal in the war. So here I tried one last ditch effort to, use Fury on that guy. That big giant frostbite spider, but I think the little one's dead. So now it's just the big one. He's got a lot of hit points, and like I say, getting Faendal in the war. Here, like getting him up front. I might have given him a melee weapon, maybe that would have helped, but I had to sell everything for money. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna kick in Highborn as soon as I run into Magicka. There we go, kicked in Highborn. So now my magical bar is refilling at the rate of... Well, the entire magical bar will refill in 4 seconds. And it will do that for 60 seconds. There we go, finally down. Okay, so there's some more Dwarven pieces to pick up, plus some iron ore to mine, which is going to help with the Dwarven bowsmithing. So I picked up a pickaxe under the table there, it's always there. 3 Dwarven pieces here, 2, 3. And forget about the corundum ore vein, don't need it. Let's just mine 3 iron ore veins. That's pretty much the bottleneck in the second half of the run, is iron ingots. And what's going to determine how fast this run goes is how many iron ingots Gorza has for sale, and later on the blacksmith in Riften. And there's a lot of juggling with, like, you know, my available gold and whatnot. How many iron ingots I can buy, how much smithing skill training I can buy. It's a real fine line. I was thinking earlier that you could maybe, I'm not sure, I haven't tried this yet, just focus entirely on alchemy. Crank out a bunch of power potions and then just buy smithing skill training all the way up to 60. Maybe. It would probably take you longer to collect all the potions and do all the, you know. Not only that, but it would not respect the spirit of this run, which is like to use smithing materials to help with the power level. And like I said, this is a compendium of all the resources that I typically use to power level smithing up to 60.
Citizen.
Why 60? Because at 60 you can get the arcane blacksmith. It seems like a good, you know, halfway point. Okay, so it's off to the Hag's Cure. We have we completed this favor quest for Barthela. That means that all the ingredients in her shop are now free. They're no longer marked as steel. So I'm picking up all the bone meal, the lavender, the frost miriam, and salt pile. There's always salt pile in that barrel there. Oh yeah, and dragon's tongue.
Look at you. If only everyone acted like
That's it. I'm not going to waste time picking up anything else. There's some more bone meal. Oh yeah, right, juniper berries. Did you get all that? It's going to be a pop quiz tomorrow. Okay. And as soon as we got all that, and one more salt pile there, that's it. Let's swing on over to Barthela and see what she's got for sale and buy all the same ingredients.
The Hag's Cure. So, you're interested in my potions and ingredients?
Bone meal. Here I got lucky. I bought some jazzberry grapes as well, because I know you can make another power potion with death belt, jazzberry grapes, and salt pile. But that's unusual. Salt pile. And I bought a dragon's tongue there, I believe. And that's it. Okay, let's quickly crank out some power potions. Starting off with dragon's tongue, fly amanita, and more tapanella. Can only make a few of those. Next, death bell, like I said, jazzberry grapes and salt pile. That wasn't on the list, but like I got lucky. But next, blue mountain flower, bone meal, and hanging moss. You can crank out a whole bunch of these. Garlic, juniper berries, and salt pile. You can crank out a whole bunch of these. And finally, blue mountain flower, chicken's egg, and lavender. Up there, there we go, Sly. And blue mountain flower, hanging moss, and rock warbler egg. That's it. So collected a few key ingredients and managed to crank out 15 or 20 power potions, which is going to help a lot with the financing. Sell as many as we can to Barthela. Just bottom out our gold supply. Give her a little tip there, just get an extra 100 gold.
I have herbs to mix.
Now, I want to get down as quickly to Arnleaf as possible, so I'm just going to fast travel to the front door of Markarth. It's easier than running down there. There we go, so fortunately the load screen wasn't that bad. Give the beggar a coin to get slightly better prices, and go running into Arnleaf and sell more power potions. Hopefully I want to get up to around 4,400 gold.
No. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
That's it here, gold supply is bottomed out. Maybe a sell her a dagger. And that's it. Let's go to the smelter and smelt up all this Dwemer metal that we picked up. Just want to double check here, make sure I got Warrior Stone and well-rested active effects. Very good. Yeah, go to the smelter stack, I forgot. I was like rushing up to Gorza. Okay, here we go. This is all the Dwemer metal that we picked up. Smelting it into Dwarven metal ingots. We should get 36. I didn't even double check. I can't believe I did that. Anyways, having done the run many times, pick up some free leather strips there and a deer hide there. And I just want to crank out 20 leather strips to start. I don't want to over make leather strips. Because otherwise you'd be stuck with a bunch of leather strips. Now, let's buy a whole bunch of smithing skill training with the money that we got from selling potions. So 5 times. Now that smithing is very close to the next level, we could just crank out an iron dagger and get it up to the next level, basically for free. Just show you this. Leveled up. Swinging around, see smithing is just short of level 22. So instead of buying smithing skill training, let's crank out an iron dagger first, then buy more smithing skill training. Here we go, see leveled up to 22. Now let's go back, spend some more gold. 5 more times.
It's an honorable craft. I'll show you what I can.
Now it's up to 27. Same deal here. We leveled up again, so we earned some more skill training purchase rates. Level up. Once again, just short of 28. A couple of iron daggers will get up to 28, and then we can buy some more smithing skill training. That was Mr. Fumblefingers. How you doing there, Mr. Fumblefingers? One more, 2. There we go. Up to 28. Rinse and repeat. Go back to Gorza.
It's an honorable craft. I'll show you what I can.
There, that bottomed out our gold supply.
Back to making weapons.
Got smithing up to 30. Now we can get the Dwarven smithing perk. And now we can start cranking out Dwarven bows, which will really power level smithing very quickly. Perfect timing too, because we ran out of money, so crank out as many bows as we can. This is going to take smithing up to 41? No, 39. Now we can sell the bows back to Gorza. She's got a whole bunch of money, right? Sell the bows back to Gorza and buy some more smithing skill training.
Helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. Don't bother with tacit. It's an honorable craft.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Ran out of gold. Now we can crank out a whole bunch of iron daggers. And I still got 3 ingots left. No leather strips, so let's go quickly tan one more leather into leather strips and crank up those last 3 daggers. Then sell those daggers and see if we can have enough to buy one more smithing skill training from Gorza.
Take a look.
That's not gonna do it.
Enough already. It's an honorable craft.
Yeah, it's not gonna do it.
Can.
What I can do is I have power potions left, but everybody's out of gold. So what I can do is wait 48 hours for everybody's gold to respawn. That is Bathella and Arnleaf. Now this will only take 1 minute real time. If you time it, if you wait 24 hours, it takes 30 seconds. I've timed it. So I think this is a good expenditure of time because I can, you know, sell those potions and then get that last smithing skill training rate. And then at that point, we're out of resources, out of cash, and out of smithing raw materials. So I'm going to have to go on another run to 2 locations to get a whole bunch more Dwemer metal. One is Reachwind Eyrie, and the other one is the Dwarven storeroom near, right beside Mzulft. You'll see. Mzulft, one of those weird Skyrim games. Skyrim names, rather. And I just have to wait another 12 hours to get to business hours. There we go. Out of the way there, Feindel. Up to Bathella. Grab her 500 gold. She always has 500 gold default. And then down to Arnleaf. And she has about 760 gold default.
So you're an alchemist then.
Give her a little tip there. Bottom out her gold supply. Rinse and repeat with Arnleaf.
Yes.
Or this might do it actually. What am I talking about? Yeah, this is enough. I forgot what I did here. Yeah, this is enough. There we go. So last smithing skill training rate. So smithing up to 46. That's pretty good. Okay, so we need a horse to do the next part. Easiest and fastest way to get a horse is to go to Solitude, pick a potato at Catless Farm, sell it to the woman there, and you become like a farmhand. you raise your whatchamacallit, your disposition with that, I forget her name. We'll see in a minute. Once you do that, you'll be able to use a horse. Borrow a horse. It's not the same as owning a horse. You borrow a horse. Here goes. So pick a potato. Find this woman right here. Katla. Katla, of course, Catla's farm. Sell her a potato, and now you raise your disposition. You can now borrow a horse. Difference between a borrowed horse and an owned horse. As soon as you dismount a borrowed horse, it will attempt to return home. And also, it won't fight for you. So it's not really as good as a borrowed horse, or as an owned horse, but it will do for riding quickly out to distant locations. Okay, so now we're off to Reachwind Eyrie. I fast traveled back to Markarth stables, and once you mount a borrowed horse, every time you fast travel somewhere, it will appear beside you. But then it will immediately attempt to return home. Now I'm doing 2 things here. I'm recharging my stamina, and also I noticed in practice runs that when I got back to Markarth, Arnleif's gold hadn't respawned yet. Like enough time had not passed to allow her gold to respawn, and I desperately need that gold to respawn when I get back to Markarth after all this, so I could sell her my final batch of power potions and other stuff I picked up on this run. So basically we're taking the same route out to Nchuand-Zel. You travel east out of Markarth, go over the bridge, hang a right at that little path, go across this bridge that we just went across. There's always a predator here, high level predator, either a bear or a saber cat. Very occasionally you might luck out and get a wolf, but for the most part, it's always a saber cat or a bear. Let's go past it. There's Nchuand-Zel right there. We just passed it. Hang a left here, straight ahead. That big tower there, that's Reachwind Eyrie. And there's a whole bunch of Dwemer metal in there for free. Just walk in and grab it. This is something I recently discovered. I just stumbled upon it doing something else. Okay, now I'm a little worried because Nchuand-Zel didn't respawn with me. That's okay. I only need him to respawn when I get to the second location because I may get overloaded there. Now, a lot of these pieces cannot be smelted into Dwarven metal ingots, but I'm just picking up everything just to avoid having them, you know, do the decision making of whether it can or cannot be smelted. And also it's easier to see that I got everything by just taking a quick scan around. Instead of looking at everything going, that should be picked up, that should not be picked up, etc. It's just way faster to pick up everything and then scan around, make sure you got everything, and then if necessary dump off the junk. But I'm just going to keep it on board because my carry weight is good. Wasted a bit of time picking that lock there because I know there's some valuable stuff in there, and that's it. Next, back to any stables so we can hire a carriage to go out to Windhelm stables. So we went back to Markarth, took a quick look around him. So I'm really worried that Nchuand-Zel is still not with me.
Where do you want to go?
This could screw up the run royally, because like I said, I need him as a pack mule. These Dwemer metal pieces are really heavy, and they quickly fill up your carry weight. Okay, at Windhelm stables, still no sign of Nchuand-Zel. And there he is, he finally appeared. Alright, so let's take him on another jog. Now we're heading south from Windhelm stables to a place called the Dwarven storeroom. At the end of the speedrun, I'll do a little overview of all the locations I hit. So stay tuned to the end, and I'll show you all the locations I hit to pick up all these raw materials to power level smithing, such as Embershard Mine, Reachwind Eyrie, and the Dwarven storeroom. So I just went hard over the mountain to kind of like save time there instead of following the road. If you just follow this stone road, the stone road that goes south out of Windhelm stables, it'll take you right here. So if you're not in a hurry, that's what you can do. Now I can't wait to recharge the horse's stamina because there's enemies in the territory. So I'm just gonna have to canter along here. There we go, finally wait. Alright, now up ahead, just around the bend going around to the left. That's where we're going. See that? The game ripped me off for a recharged stamina. I waited an hour, and the horse's stamina did not recharge. Okay, here's where you want to go. These steps right here. Look at these steps here. Go up. Kind of stick to the right as you make your way up, otherwise you're going to get lost. Yeah, go up the steps to the right here. What you're looking for is the Dwarven Storm, is that right there, that right there. But if you want to come back here easy, make sure you go all the way to the top to discover Mzoft. What a name, eh? Mzoft. So that way you can fast travel back here anytime. But this is where you want to go. You don't want to go in Mzoft, you want to go in the Dwarven Storm right here. Still no Nchuand-Zel, so now I'm really worried, because this is where it counts. This is where I really need him as a pack mule. So I'm going to get overloaded. Especially on account of there's always some kind of like two-handed weapon there. Yeah, there's a Dwarven piece up top on that top shelf there. Make sure you don't miss it. Once again, anything that... There we go! There's Nchuand-Zel, so he made it. So that's a relief. So pick up all the Dwemer pieces out there. Same deal, anything that has an adjective, starting with an adjective, like large, solid, whatever, bent, whatever, pick those up. Anything that starts with Dwemer, leave alone, it can't be smelted. And here, this is where the big payoff is. You actually pick up straight Dwarven metal ingots and a couple of really valuable chests to loot. Okay, so as you can see, I'm overloaded. This always happens at this point in the run. I get overloaded here, so I gotta offload.
I've got your back.
What I would like to do is offload as much stuff that cannot be smelted onto Feindel to save me time later when it comes to smelting. So I gave him all the Dwemer pieces. And they don't need the leather. This is not going to do it, so I'm going to have to give him something. Anyways, I'm a little underweight now, so I can at least move quickly. But once we go in the next room there and pick up more stuff, I'm going to be instantly overloaded again, so I'm going to have to give him something that I need. I'm reluctant to do that just in case he gets stuck again. And I'm stuck in Markarth without him, and he's got valuable stuff I need. So that's why I'm reluctant to give him anything I need.
What do you want me to carry?
Give him the mace. I'm reluctant to give him that warhammer, because I want to sell that. So I'm kind of wasting time here. And that still didn't do it, so I should have just given them something heavy. Like this battle axe here. Or a solid Dwemer. Yeah, give them the solid Dwemer metal there, because those are really heavy. There we go. So 25 under. Make sure you jump up top here and grab this bent Dwemer scrap metal, and that's it. In one run, I managed to give him everything that I didn't need. Okay, so back to Markarth. First thing on the agenda is wait till business hours. It is business hours, so I can quickly run down to Gorza and sell her that battle axe. And she's not here. So we struck out, it was just before, I hate when that happens. It was just before business closing hours. Now I want to wait 24 hours just to make absolute sure that everybody's gold respawns. There's Gorza.
Put on some clothes.
And of course her sell screen doesn't appear.
You find a book called Thanks.
So whenever that happens, just run through some other dialogue.
I'll show you what I can. Don't bother with Tacitus. You grew up. A girl has to grow up.
There we go, so finally, yeah.
Blades.
That's a bitch when that happens.
Pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Okay, so I want to buy all her iron ingots. And I should have bought the ore too. Here, I made a mistake here. Because I was running short of cash. I should have bought the iron ore first. Because I was going down to the smelter anyways. I wasn't thinking. So, lost some time there. That's okay.
What do you want me to carry?
And let's grab that solid Dwemer metal piece that I gave him earlier.
Lead on.
Down to the smelter. Smelt all the Dwemer metal into Dwarven metal ingots. Okay, like I said earlier, the iron ingots are the bottleneck here now. At the 53-minute mark. This is my third recording. My first recording I did it, I think it was an hour and 17 minutes. And after thinking about it, I was going, I could do better, and I thought I trimmed down. Then I trimmed it down to an hour and 8 minutes. And now this is like, you know, I was working on this all week.
No, I'm not. Take a look.
And you'll see what I finally managed to pull off here. Going for under an hour. Okay, so her gold respawn, that's great.
Come back whenever you need something.
Hey, watch it!
And I think I forgot to get the well-rested bonus.
Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. Fight well.
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier.
Yeah, see, I grabbed that ore now.
Good to see you again, friend. Be careful.
Yeah, I think I forgot to get the well-rested bonus.
I'm Gor's assistant. I help her with
Okay, so crank out all those bows there. That's okay, I reached my target level, which was 58. That's what I wanted to do. So it didn't really...
City of Markarth. Where do you want to go?
Now it's off to Riften. Because Gorza can only sell you smithing skill training up to 50. And there's a blacksmith here in Riften that can take you above 50.
Hold there. Before I let you in, for the privilege of it.
Okay, so this is the rigmarole they have to do to enter Riften. In we go.
Another run-in with a thief's skill.
I'm really getting tired of your excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said you'd pay it back.
Give the baker a coin.
Oh, thank you, town. Hey,
Never done an honest day's
Brynjolf assaults you. Or accosts you, rather. Tab out of that. And over to Ballyman.
miracles with steel, the finest weapons and armor.
Okay, so he's got some iron ingots.
Smithing work. Come see me
The
again.
ore is useless because there's no smelter here.
We both know.
And I got all these bows. He has money.
Protect yourself or deal some damage.
Let's offload as many of these bows as possible. See if we can get enough money to buy one more smithing skill training off him.
Any more smithing work? Come see me again.
And here I finally remember to get the well-rested bonus.
People of Riften, heed my word.
Yeah, so much to remember in this run.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
I have no notes on this.
I presume you're bothering me.
I was doing this entirely from my head.
Your flagons filled with your vile liquids, and embrace the teachings of the handmaiden of time. Be careful.
That's one of those times where you just want to smack your follower. Get the F out of the way.
You're a stranger here.
Doing a speedrun here. Okay, so Ballyman FO'd. Let's wait an hour to get him back.
You got no clothes. You should get some.
Crank out a whole bunch of Dwarven bows and see how much it will take us up to. 55, 56. Maybe we can crank out some iron daggers. No, we have no leather strips.
I've been looking for you. Got something.
And this is another one that I just want to smack upside the head. Okay, so what I'm hoping now is Ballyman has some Dwarven metal ingots for sale.
What brings you to Ballyman? You wish to do what I do?
This will save my ass. Okay, so bought smithing skill training up to 57. Take a look. Sell them the Dwarven bowls to get our money back. Actually, this is going to be enough to buy smithing skill training one more time. If I run over to the market there and sell off a few things. because he's out of money. I still have some bows left.
Greetings, honored friend.
And I went to Medesi by mistake. He doesn't buy weapons.
Safe travels, Landstrider.
You gonna buy some? See for yourself.
Grelka will buy bows. There we go. Grab all her cash. This is enough to buy smithing skill training one more time. Get to the target level of 58.
Look, need something? You wish to do what I do? Very well.
That's it, I'm out of gold. Alright, now what happens next is a gamble. I've got 8 Dwarven bows left. They'll sell for 832 bucks. Now, I could wait 48 hours, which will take 1 minute, and then see if Balaman has some Dwarven metal ingots and or other raw materials that I could buy to finish off leveling up smithing to 60, which is a real gamble. But he might have it. If I strike out, then I'm stuck. Or the other option is just simply go for the last scabbard of Akrish, this smithing book that Gorza asked me to get. Picking up the book will level up smithing once. Bringing it back to Gorza will level up smithing once, which will finish it off, leveling up smithing to 60. But that's a 2-minute run. It's exactly a 2-minute run. So I opted for the last scabbard of Akrish because I've been stuck so many times waiting it out. You know, wait 48 hours. You know, go to Balaman's sell screen, and then he just doesn't have enough resources to get, you know. I mean, I've got the money, but he just doesn't have it for sale. He doesn't have the resources for sale. He doesn't have the raw materials for sale. And then you end up having to wait another 48 hours, and you know, and then that's over 2 minutes right there. So, like I said, it's a gamble, and I decided to just ride out and get the last scabbard of Akrish. This is a sure thing, but like I said, it takes 2 minutes. Here we go, last scabbard of Akrish. This is right south of the Blackbriar Lodge. I'll do like I said, I'll do a little overview of all the locations I hit up throughout this run that you can use to power level smithing. Okay, so here we go, coming into the finish line here. All we have to do is hand the last scabbard of Akrish to Gorza, and fortunately it's still business hours, so I don't have to wait. Hand her the book, and booyah, that's time. So what are we looking at here? 1 hour, 1 minute, 40 seconds and change. 1 hour, 1 minute, and 43 seconds. Dang it. In the words of Maxwell Smart, missed by that much. Yeah. Oh well, no, pretty damn close though. Pretty damn close. Like I said, I've been working on this all week. I just can't afford to spend any more time on this. I've been putting other projects aside to do this, you know. But I'm sure I could get it under an hour if I really put my mind to it and spend some more time on it. That's it. Thanks for watching, and now I'm going to do a quick overview of all the locations I hit up, so that you can see where to go to do this run yourself. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at the map here. Let's do this chronologically, okay? We started off at Helgen Keep, went north, hit up the Guardian Stones, then went east towards Riverwood and hit up the Embershard mine. At Embershard mine, there are 10 iron ore veins, 8 inside and 2 outside, right to your left as soon as you exit the back exit. Okay, so that's 30 iron ore that you can get, plus 32 iron ore because there's 2 loose inside the mine. So it's 32 iron ore that you can get there, plus 2 iron ingots as well. Riverwood, this is something I forgot to do. You can ask Alvor if he needs any help around the forge, and he'll give you 2 free ingots and some leather, I believe. Also, if you start with the other guy, I always start with Rayloff because you get better loot going through Helgen Keep. But if you start with the other guy, all the ingots and ore at his smithing station will be free. But I never do that. I always go with Rayloff, so they're all marked as steel, so I just ignore that. Next, we went to Whiterun, then off to... Here's where it all happens. Went over to Markarth Stables, a whole bunch of favorite quests to do here. Up here in Understone Keep, in a place called Nchuand-Zel. Okay, that's that kind of like archaeological dig that Kelsimo is doing, right? If you ask of him about the excavation site, he'll give you the key to go into Nchuand-Zel, and that's where you can get all that Dwemer metal. If you kill Nimi, the big Johnny Gigantic spider at the end, all the Dwemer pieces that are around Kelsimo's little lab there will also become free. So you can come out of there with a total of 57 dwarven metal ingots once you smelt it all down. But I didn't go for the killing the giant spider because it took too long. But obviously, if you're doing this, you're not going to be doing a speed run. So you want, if you're going to take your time, yeah, kill the spider, and it will take some doing. He's like a boss monster. So go in there prepared, kill him, and you get 57 dwarven metal ingots. Okay, and then you can use those to smelt dwarven bows. Dwarven bows are the best option when it comes to smithing, dwarven smithing. All right. And even after that patch that they applied way back when Skyrim was first released, where they nerfed smithing, iron daggers still remain the best bet for leveling up smithing before level 30. Okay, after level 30, it's dwarven bows. Next, when we ran out of resources, I went to two places. One was Reachwind Eyrie. I forgot to discover Nchuand-Zel. Nchuand-Zel is an orc stronghold right near there. All right. So you just ride east out of Markarth down here and kind of like follow the river, and then there's that little path will take you down here. Right there, I believe. Hook around there, and then Nchuand-Zel is right there, and then you go down to Reachwind Eyrie, get a whole bunch of Dwemer metal there. And the other location is called the Dwarven Storeroom. It's an unmarked location right beside Mazult. Okay, so we went to Windhelm Stables, and you just ride straight down here and to Mazult. And there's that little room called the Dwarven Storeroom. You saw me, I just walked right in. There's no combat involved, whatever. And in there is, you can exit there with a total of 50, I believe, more than 50 Dwarven metal ingots and or Dwemer metal that can be smelted into Dwarven metal ingots. So after you smelt everything down, it comes out to a total of over 50. And Reachwind Eyrie, I believe it's 26. If you gather all the Dwarven metal there, smelt it down, it'll come out to like 26. So those two together is close to 90 Dwarven metal ingots right there for free. All right, and that'll do a lot of leveling, power leveling of smithing. And that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, the final location, Catless Farm. That's where you can get a free horse. Go to Catless Farm, just southwest of Solitude. Anyways, just take the carriage to Solitude, and that's where it drops you off. Sell Catlad Potato and get yourself a free horse. And that pretty much covers everything. That's it. So, that's it. I want to thank you all very much for watching. And if you thought this video was remotely entertaining and or informative, hey, you know what to do. That's right. Like, fave, comment, and subscribe. Alright, see you next video.